This is a Mikey 75mm cinema lens, but today's video is less about this being a Mikey lens or a Cine lens and more about it being 75mm. In a world where wide focal lengths seem to demand all of the attention, long focal lengths are saying, don't forget about us. As DPs, cinematographers, directors, storytellers, we're always trying to provide the audience with a perspective that they can't otherwise get in real life. That's why we have camera movement, low angle, high angle, and yes, wide angle. Your eyes don't see the world this way. And if they do, that's impressive talent. But I think sometimes we forget that longer focal lengths do the same thing. They can give you a perspective that's slightly a step away from how we perceive everyday life. And so today, a day where it is snowing in Houston, Texas, I decided to challenge myself and go out and shoot with only the 75mm lens, nothing else, just see what happens and see what kind of shots I can get. All of this footage was recorded on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro and my 75mm lens, which is really like a 120mm lens with the crop factor. Super 35 sensors, what can I say? After going out and shooting, the best words that I can use to describe shooting on a long focal length is classy. Kind of has like an elegant look to it. I mean, look, it's no secret that longer focal lengths are great portrait lenses, and there's a reason for that. That's because longer focal lengths don't distort the image like wides do, and so a head looks like a normal head. The nose looks like a normal nose, or that person's normal nose. I also feel like longer focal lengths are more intimate in a way. I mean, even when you focus on something that's far in the distance, it still has a way of feeling like it's just you and the other person in the room. And of course, there's no denying that close-ups with longer focal lengths are extremely intimate and look really, really good. And I think that's due to the image compression. So longer focal lengths have a way of bringing the background closer, and so the image feels more compressed, which kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about offering the audience a perspective that they don't otherwise get in real life. I mean, you look at this shot, your eyes don't see the world this way, which is pretty cool. And so then it's on us as filmmakers to figure out, how do I want to use this tool? How can I use this tool to elevate my storytelling? Let's see, what else? Camera stabilization. You need it. You're gonna need it. Now, it wasn't as big of a deal to me because I shot these clips in a higher frame rate, knowing that I would convert this footage to slow motion post. But if you were shooting 23 frames per second, it would be imperative that you had a way to stabilize your camera, because on long focal lengths, you can see everything, as in every move. So you need camera stabilization, or you need to have a really, really stable hand. I mentioned earlier that it was the first time in a long time that it snowed in Houston. Hey, come on, yeah. And so this is my first snow shoot. I had no idea what I was doing out there in the snow, but I did know that I needed to cover my camera body and the lens, you know, just to protect the electronics. This is what I used. I literally grabbed the first plastic bag that I saw, kind of covered it up, you know what I'm saying? And I had, I really did this. I grabbed this plastic bag and put it over my equipment, and I was out there, you know, in the snow in front of my neighbors. I had this expensive camera wrapped in this little plastic bag, and they didn't say anything though. At the risk of rambling, I'll go ahead and call this video. This was very informative for me to go out and experiment with just a longer focal length. So let me just say this too. For all this talk about the cinematic look, I think longer focal lengths might be somewhat of a cheat code. Now, there's a lot to unpack, and I could probably make a whole video on that topic, but I do feel like longer focal lengths kind of intuitively have a cinematic feel. Tell me about your experience with longer focal lengths and how you use them. Do you use them at all? Let me know. And be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, be blessed, stay inspired, and always shoot for the difference. Check out some of the stuff that we have going on at the channel. We want to stick around on YouTube for a very long time, and we need your help to do that. So do me a favor and subscribe, like, comment, and share, and we will keep creating great content. Thanks.